Hello mommies. Today I'm going to tell you the syllabus for class 1 CBSE board. Okay, so we will start off with mathematics, and I will also time to time I'll be telling you how you can cover that syllabus. So first we have the place values. So in place values, what you need to do is like in many schools they have already started place values with tens and ones. So the new thing will be this time there will be three place values, that is 100, tens and ones. All right. So the 100 place value will be introduced in this session, class 1. Then you have the number and the number names. So 1 to 100 must be discussed in the previous session, that is in UKG. So in this session they will be taking onwards from 100, but obviously in the term 1 they will be focusing from 1 to 100, which will act as a revision. Or suppose your child has done 1 to 50 in class UKG, then they will go forward from 50 onwards. So basically the syllabus has 1 to 200. So number and number names from the number 1 to 200. All right. Then you have before, after, in between. Again, the concept of before, after, in between has been already introduced in UKG or LKG in certain ways, okay, to the students. Here they will be, since we will be doing from number 1 to 200, so again before, after, in between will be somewhere dealing with these numbers, these range. All right. So yes, the next chapter, the next topic, which is comparing numbers. Okay, so lesser than, greater than, and equal to. So comparing numbers, again the range of comparison will be from 1 to 200. So we have to prepare the child accordingly. Okay, then you have ascending and descending order. So the child must have already got the concept of small numbers, big numbers, how to arrange from small to big, big to small. Okay, so yes, again we have ascending order and descending order. Again the range will be from 1 to 200. All right. So in this way they will be introducing the topic, doing a bit of revision from the UKG syllabus, and then going ahead with the class 1 syllabus. Then you have shapes and patterns. Shapes and patterns are usually introduced in class 1 itself. In class UKG they are just basic shapes like circle, square, rectangle, and triangle. These are the 4 basic shapes. Okay, so in class 1 they'll be telling you about sphere, oval, okay, so a cylinder maybe. Okay, but usually here my son is in class 1 too, so I'm well acquainted with how it goes in the classroom. So basically they'll be teaching you, recognition is done by the child itself in UKG. So here they'll be learning the spellings of circle, rectangle, square, oval, okay, triangle, obviously. Okay, so these are the shapes, and the spellings would be done in the classroom. And obviously they'll be introducing those recognition, like they'll be giving 2 triangles, 1 circle, then again 2 triangles, then what comes next. Okay, so in this way they'll be doing the shapes and pattern thing. Okay, then you have the addition. Now addition, simple addition was already done, so this time there will be addition with carry, obviously carry forward addition, 2-digit addition, maybe 3 digits addition also by the final term, by term 3. Okay, so yes, addition with carry, and also there will be story sums on simple addition. Okay, then you have subtraction. Subtraction, again the basic subtraction, they'll start off with the basic subtraction, then 2-digit subtraction, then subtraction with borrow. Okay, that will go for term 3, obviously the end of the session, and story sums on subtraction. Then you have the multiplication. Again, in most of the schools, multiplication, the topic multiplication is taken up in the final term. Okay, that is at the end of the session. And project, there will be project for time, money, and measurement also. Okay, so these are the 3 projects: time, money, measurement. These projects will be done in the classroom by the teachers. Okay, and they may also give these project as homework, and this will be discussed. Okay, these topics will be discussed, so that when the child goes to class 2 and these measurement will be starting, time will be there, money will be there, so they'll be knowing a bit of these things. Okay, so this was the math syllabus. Then let us come to the grammar syllabus. Now in the grammar they'll begin with the alphabetical order. Now after alphabetical order, there will be alphabetical order. How they will be doing, I'll let you know. Like suppose they'll give you few words, maybe 5 words or 4 words. You have to arrange those words in alphabetical order. Okay, so that's how they'll be covering this topic. Then you have sentences and punctuation. Sentences will be given to the kids, and the kids need to identify if there is any missing punctuation, full stop or question mark, or if the sentence is beginning with the capital letter or not. So this thing will be done in sentences and punctuation. Then you have the articles a and you guys, I'm sure all the mommies must be knowing how do they cover a and maybe a new word like uniform will be introduced, because a uniform, though it starts with a u, because the sound is u, y-o-u, the article used is a. Okay, so this thing may be introduced in the classroom. Next is naming words, nouns, that is. So they'll be discussing name, place, animal, things. Okay, what are nouns? Basically they may not introduce the term noun, but yeah, naming words is basically, we all know it's nouns. So yeah, naming words will be introduced in the classroom. Then you have usage of he, she, it, they, you, we, I. All these may be in the form of passage. They'll give the child to write. There will be a already written passage with fill in the blanks. Okay, where the child will have to fill these words, he, she, it, they, you, we, I, and all that. And before the passage, they'll also be trying the short sentences. Okay. Guys, mothers, if you are a non-working mother and giving full time to your child, you can obviously, take a lot of worksheets from Pinterest, or you can make your own, customize your own worksheets, and you can give your child to practice it. And working moms, obviously I'm sure that will be a lot more difficult for you. You can ask your child's teacher, whoever is helping, or even if you are there, you can just take the printout ready-made worksheets and give the child to do it, because worksheets have a bit of colors maybe, or a bit of cartoons, so kids get more attracted towards worksheets rather than just giving them fill in the blanks in regular 4-line copy. Okay, then we have describing words. Okay, so maybe tall giraffe, so tall is the describing word. So in this way, yellow mango, so yellow is the describing word. So in this way they'll be introducing the topic describing words. Then you have is, am, are. Okay, so these again in the form of fill in the blanks or in the form of a passage. Okay, has and have, usage of has and have will be discussed in the classroom. Then we have the action words, which is verbs. Okay, doing words or action words are called verbs. So this topic will also be discussed in the classroom. Okay, then we have one and many, which is, I think in my child's school it was already discussed, so they'll be discussing it again. Okay, so one and many. And then we have the gender, male, female. Okay, which the child will already have an idea about it when the child is doing he, she, it, they. So they already, by he and she, they get an idea about the gender as well. Okay, and finally the prepositions, that is in, on, under. So all these topics which I have mentioned is there in the class 1 syllabus. Now it completely depends on the school and the teachers how they are going to introduce these topics to your kids. Okay, now let's move on to English literature. In English literature there will be a book. Okay, now literature book, obviously a short one. I am just forgetting the name of the book, and it has chapters, a lot of chapters, like Rohan and the Pigeon, and there are poems and proses both. Okay, so poems will be basically how many parents are very confused that how the child is going to do the poem, what are the teacher going to give from the poem. So in CBSE board schools, usually they make the children recite the poem, learn the poem, and recitation test assessments are taken for the poem. And also they may give you the poems, they may write the lines of the poem and give you blank spaces, so you have to fill up those blank spaces. So incomplete poems, you have to complete them. And for the chapters, for the proses, we all know question answers, reading, all these things will be spellings. Okay, all these things will be there. All right, so this is about literature. And then we have environmental science. In environmental science, we have a lot of chapters like plant kingdom, then we have plant products, then we have animals. All right, then we have the safety rules, keeping healthy. All these chapters are there in EVS. So it's a very basic things are there, which your child will be in the classroom if they discuss via projects or by showing PPT, like usually they are done in smart classroom, so the child is going to love it. Okay, and obviously, like suppose plant products, so we have cereals, we have pulses, so they may give you the child a project where they have to paste all the products they get from plants in their scrapbook maybe, or in a chart paper. They may give it in this way. All right, so that's EVS. And computer, guys, tux paint will be there in computer, and mostly practical lab they will be showing. They'll be making the child do the computer work in groups. Okay, so yeah, tux paint would be an introduction in the computer labs for CBSE class 1. Now coming to Hindi. In Hindi, you have they'll be starting off with Swar Varn and Vyanjan Varn. Okay, so Swar Varn we all know, to and Vyanjan Varn, ka kha ga gha and all that will be started in the first term itself. And then they may also start with 2-letter words. Okay, so 2-letter words will be there. And then in the next term they'll start with the matra, aki matra, iki matra, uki matra, eki matra, eki matra, oki matra, auki matra. All the matras will be discussed in all the matras are going to be discussed in the second term. Okay, and in third term the child may be given constructing sentences, writing small sentences, just given a word, now make sentence with that. All right, then write the words with iki matra. All the matras will be there. Reading, recitations will be there in Hindi. All right, and same goes for Bengali and French. The alphabets will be discussed, then the matras will be discussed. So this is basically the entire syllabus which I have shared with you. Now how you're going to do it with your child is, I would say that don't go the bookish way. Try to give them attractive, colorful worksheets if possible, and try to if possible get them to learn these concepts via various activities, which is going to help them a lot. Okay, because kids tend to remember whatever they learn through activities more, because they're getting involved in those activities. So instead of just regular 4-line copy and giving them fill in the blanks or write the sentences, we can just make it a bit more fun for them to build their foundation nicely. All right, I'll be sharing the PDF of the entire syllabus in the description box, so you can simply just download it from there, and you can go ahead with the preparation of your child. Thank you, and I would like you all, please, if this video is of any help, do share it with your friends, do subscribe the channel, and if you have any query related to anything, please mention it in the comment box. Thank you.